Our daily Bible reading for January 2nd. Our reading today comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2. Matthew chapter 2. We'll begin reading in verse 1 down to verse 15. Now, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose, and have come to worship him. When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And assembling all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They told him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it is written by the prophet. And you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. Then Herod summoned the wise men secretly and ascertained from them what time the star had appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, Go and search diligently for the child. When you have found him, bring me word that I too may come and worship him. After listening to the king, they went on their way. And behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them, until it came to rest over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed to their own country by another way. Now when they had departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, and said, Rise, take the child and his mother, and flee to Egypt, and remain there until I tell you, for Herod is about to search for the child to destroy him. And he rose and took the child and his mother by night, and departed to Egypt, and remained there until the death of Herod. This was to fulfill what the Lord had spoken by the prophet, Out of Egypt I called my son. A few thoughts for today. Those who travel extensively know the modern trials of planning, delays, lodging, meals, and such. Imagine what a journey of the magnitude that the Magi endured that they might behold the King of Kings. While little is known of the actual details of the Magi, where they are from, how many there were, how long was their journey, we can piece together some of the story by knowing the little that was revealed within Matthew's account. When Herod inquired of their sighting of the star in the east, we find that the journey was of some time in distance, perhaps months in duration, and several hundred miles in distance. Knowing also the customs of the ancient world, it was not that unusual for emissaries of a country to pay tribute to a new member of a royal family who was heir to the throne. It was considered a great honor to bestow gifts on the heir apparent to the throne. Imagine Herod's surprise to hear of a contender for his crown. So enraged was he that he slew the children of the region who were within the span of 2 years. His jealousy and lust for power knew no limits, it seems. How odd it is that those from so far away would recognize the King of Kings, and yet those of his own region would not know him. Later, Jesus himself would quote the well-known proverb. We find it says, And they took offense at him. But Jesus said to them, A prophet is not without honor except in his hometown and in his own household. Matthew 13:57. A question of the day. With the holiday season having just passed, have you taken time to reflect again on the surrounding circumstances of Jesus' birth? And finally, a thought to meditate on today. Imagine yourself planning for a trip such as the Magi took to see the newborn King. And those are our thoughts for today, January 2nd.